Titillate the juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock.
Acknowledge me.
We coming for you, nigga. Fat!
Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
We're here again. Another Saturday afternoon with yours truly, Dr. Hughes. Shout out to everybody out there. I see Philly Sports Pride in the chat. I see you out there, bro. Do what I say. Get liking and subscribing all over the interwebs. TikTok just kicked me off, probably for good. I think that they let me come back to live streaming, kind of, because now my restream, where I restream all over the planet, doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work on TikTok. And been trying to reconnect. Restream says it's on their end. This is your fault, TikTok. Remember, misinformation. If you like a lot of misinformation, as TikTok says, this is the place to be, because, you know, we're talking about scripted fights. So I guess I'm misinforming everybody about everything. I'm telling you that this is real. Everything is happening is out here is, you know, detrimental to these people's health, to your brains, and all this other stuff. Why am I so blurry? Why does nothing work ever? You know, that's one thing I want to get off my chest. But again, please, you know, show this to everybody. Why does my screen look like this? You know, why am I alive? All this stuff. How is the screen this bad? Look at this pen for a minute, everybody. Shout out to everybody on the audio podcast, by the way, that doesn't get to see these cool stunts. It's still blurry as fuck. Who cares? Let's just get into it. Doesn't matter. I can do whatever I want now because they're going to throw me offline anyway for talking and having a show. For crying out loud, this is bad. I can't look at myself all fuzzy like this. Is it fuzzy like this on your end too, everybody? Is it because I'm on Twitch? That's how this works. Jeffrey Cross, you tried to say no in the chat. I remember these things. This was months ago. You said this when I talked about Twitch messing up the how clear my camera was. Man, today's going to be a whole lot of I'm going to be all over the place. I got 3 pages of notes. I just spoke to Steve Grillo the other night. You guys saw that, right, Coach? I know you seen it. Steve Grillo, big famous person from the Howard Stern show. He's got the Gorilla Parts books. Let's promote this. I told him I would, and I'm a man of my word. So where is it? Where's the promotion? Oh, there it is. I can't play the music. He put like famous music in here. He's trying to get me kicked offline. That's the book, though. He came on. He promoted the book. Not just Howard Stern stuff on there, other stories, as he said. So shout out to you. I'll have him back on again soon. He seemed to love me. And oh, by the way, I forgot to play this. Warning, everybody. Can you read? All right, I'll read it for you. You are hereby notified that this show is a work of comedy. At least it's trying to be. All hot takes are jokes. Imagine you're watching a horror movie. Would you be upset at Pinhead in Hellraiser and try to cancel him? Exactly. Same thing for the Dr. Hughes show. The producer of this video is not responsible for you being a fool, a muttonhead, whatever name you want to put in there. Cool. It's clear on everybody's end. Good. Now we can all really hit the, retweets and the shares. Come over to YouTube if you're not over here. Stop making my screen the size. Thank you. So, like I said, plenty of wrestling talk, some random, conspiracy things that I can throw in there. There's been a whole lot of news about the pyramids. I don't know if you guys have heard about that, but it's a pretty big story. At least it should be. Of course, we can always get into politics and get kicked offline as well. Everybody hates my takes because I don't like either side. So I'm really not good for pushing one side or another. But there's a lot going on with that. There's a lot going on with non-wrestling stuff I'm thinking about. The sleaze will be with me shortly. I could show some Daredevil comic books. I'll show you my Daredevil stash. I know some people like to see the collections that I have, which I have some. You know, a modest collection of comic books and figures that I haven't really gone out and bought as an adult, but I kept over the 100 years I've been alive. And yeah, there's all kinds of stuff that we're going to do today. So won't you join me? Won't the sleaze join me? Maybe King Reezy will show up. Danny Damage, he said he's coming back someday. His kid's got to grow up first. You know, he's got a little wee baby, so he's probably not sleeping at all. Sounds fun. Sounds great. You know how I love babies. The sleaze does anyway, right? Yeah, I'm no John Cena. I'm not going to try to eat him.
John Cena, recognized.
Yeah. Let's talk about that first, shall we? Cody Rhodes, Chody Loads in my book. He comes out last night. By the way, SmackDown, the way it started, whoo, man, it stunk. It was not good. It's so slow, and maybe I've been a little spoiled over the past weeks of them being in Europe, and when Monday Night Raw comes on, I can pretty much watch it however I want. I fast forward through all the commercials. I fast forward through pretty much all the entrances. I've seen them. I've been around the block. I know what's going to happen when they come out, especially Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns. They got long-ass entrances. They're in Europe now, so everybody's just chanting, Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. It was so obnoxious. The chanting, the singing, they don't stop. They even make the people in the ring cringe last night. Cody was actually cringing towards the end, or was it Drew McIntyre? It was somebody. They were literally singing for everybody, even Roman Reigns at the end of the show I saw on highlights. Because again, once they started singing and slowing everything down, Cody Rhodes comes out, does the what do you want to talk about?
What do we want to talk about?
And I'm just like, oh man, here we go. And that was boring. Then Randy Orton came out. Great wrestler, coach. Not taking anything away from him. You know, he's not like, to me, like he's an all-time great, but he's not somebody you look forward to his matches or even his promos. Kind of boring. So he comes out, saunters out there. Just, you know how they do. It's just like, dun, 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 and it's like, we got to wait for this guy. He finally makes it to the ring, and then he's just like, he's blowing Chody Loads out there. It was just, oh man, you're the best. He said 99.9% of the reason that the WWE is killing it right now was because of him. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this guy, what happened to Randy Orton? Did he get dropped on his head that hard by Kevin Owens? He might have. He said he's hearing voices again. The voices are like, yeah, you get on this Cody Rhodes train at the end of your career, right? You need to stick to this guy. He's the champ. He's going to be the biggest thing ever. We got to really put him over the top. 99.9%. No. In my opinion, I think anybody in the spot where they just got rid of Vince McMahon with that whole wacky court dealings and stuff that he was into since Triple H has taken over, I think if Cody Rhodes didn't even exist, this would be happening. I don't think he really has any factor into it. I'm not saying he's not super over, especially with a lot of the younger kids and everything, but to say that he's the majority, how about the tribal chief? How about that? The largest storyline that's been going that he was added to, right? So that's probably something that had a bigger role in things. How about The Rock? Even the Cena stuff as of late and before when he was coming back, short stints here and there. Like they've been doing a lot of things, right? Cody Rhodes is not the main reason. And definitely not 99% Randy Orton. You're crazy. So What else happened during that segment? Did anybody? Let me check my notes here. I don't think anything else happened. Tell me if I'm wrong, chat. I blanked out after that. I think I stopped listening. And that's kind of what led me to just go, I'm not doing this tonight. I'm not watching this again tonight. 3 hours? Street Profits come out. And I like Pretty Deadly. I think that's a whole funny gimmick. They're in their homeland and dressed up in the flag. But yeah, so... Yeah, I don't remember what happened after that. I just remember Randy Orton coming out and going, yeah, you're the best, Cody, and you're the great. Oh, Drew McIntyre came out. Thank you. Thank you, chat. He did come out. And again, slowly walking to the ring. At least he started talking. So there's that. I mean, Drew McIntyre to me is the best probably in the whole business. And he's relegated to these spots. I understand why. There's too many roles being played right now. He can't be like a WrestleMania main eventer or anything at the moment. But as far as excitement, when Cody Rhodes comes out, no excitement. When Randy Orton comes out, I'm not excited. I know they are over in Europe. They were chanting, singing the songs, all this stuff, because they don't see him all the time. We see him all the time around here. All right, so we are a little spoiled. I get that part for them. But boy, did it slow things down. Drew McIntyre kind of added some excitement to it until he got punked by Cody and RKO and had to leave the ring and all that. It's just whatever. The funniest thing that McIntyre said, which he does cut probably the best promos right now. Everybody knows CM Punk is one of the best at the promo doing. But this Drew McIntyre has caught up at least. And called Damian Priest the Timu Undertaker, right? And he's got another phrase for him. But yeah, this is all good. Priest got his lick back, as the kids say, on Drew McIntyre backstage. I think Drew is ready to leave. He's screaming about he's got glass in his eye because he got slammed on the windshield of a car. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. It's pro wrestling. I like to not know. And if you guys investigated this last night, found out to be false or true, and you think I'm just stupid, then I don't know what to say to that because, I didn't look it up and I don't care. I just want to be worked and I want to be swerved. You understand? Get liking and subscribing and sharing. Come on, guys. Let's go. There was more chanting and talking than wrestling. I don't mind the talking. I really don't. I'm watching a TV show. You got to build up these matches to mean something. And they've been doing it. WWE is a TV show. I've just noticed from fast forwarding through a lot of these Raws the past couple of weeks that I watch the matches, I watch the promos, I'll watch the first time vignettes. But I didn't realize how many ads there were. Well, I did. But doing it like this, you're like, wow, it's like there's a commercial break every 5 minutes. And then you have the vignette segments or the storytelling segments for the casuals, where it's like, and then Naomi did this to Jade, and Jade did this to Naomi, and blah, 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 blah. I can fast forward through. I already seen it. I don't need to see it again and again and again. And then they do this crazy at WrestleMania, right? So you have the ads, got those vignettes, the entrances, the standing around in the ring while everybody chants and sings. This is like in a 2-hour Raw. That was half of it. More than half of it, probably. And look who we have with us. The sleaze is in the house. What's going on?
Technical difficulties. That's what's going on.
Look
at all this glitchy shit.
I know, what the hell. Like, I'm watching people make AI videos out of pictures, and this, whatever this thing is with you and King Reezy, it never settles down.
No, I had a good last week, and now it's fucking dog shit.
Well, never give up around here. That's what we do. We're never giving up. Have you seen my warning? I just read it for everybody, but let's warn the sleaze as well. There you go.
Oh, boy.
Give that a look, and then you can't sue me.
Yeah, I was planning on it.
Thank you.
Right after the show, I was going to sue you for me saying the fuck word.
Yep. And did you hear? 99.9% of WWE's success is because of this guy, Sleaze.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's what Randy Orton said last night. Do you have any takes on that before I start moving on?
That it's totally wrong. We can move on.
99.9. Well, how about 50%? Would you say 50%?
For the last 2 years, I would
Yes.
say,
Since
like,
we've been
honestly, in the last 2 years, I'd say about 75%.
Wow, that's still high.
Yeah. But he's done a lot. We don't have to like it, but
Did you hear my argument that it's more like 5%?
wow, that's drastic.
Because I believe anybody could have filled this role. Like, say Cody Rhodes never existed and Vince got out of the way, and then Triple H is just doing his thing. They could really almost stick anybody. Put Drew McIntyre here, boom. Like, do you really skip a beat?
No, because Drew's a better heel.
Mm.
So
Is it because he's just like the goody two shoes, comes out with that Jim Carrey smile and all
yeah,
that?
with the smile and the kids. Yeah.
Looks like
Yeah.
the mask.
Like a lot of people can't do that. Only a select few cringy fucking people can do that.
It's just, he's so boring. He came out and just bored the hell out of me. Randy Orton came out, bored me. And then Drew McIntyre came out and livened everything up.
Yeah. He saved the show.
So you seen what was happening on SmackDown last night, right? Because that's what I'm going to start with as far as notes.
Most of the main stuff, yes.
All right. One thing I do like, this Chelsea Green stuff with the U.S. belt. I mean, it's a brand new title. It's a mid-card title for the women, which is like, you know, on the totem pole, it's low down there. And she's making something of it. She's got the secret Hervis. Get it? I like that.
Yeah.
It's a knee slapper.
Oh,
So
she's fucking awesome.
Yep. She's doing the whole comedy gimmick, wrestling style perfectly.
Yeah. The other mid-card people should be doing not similar shit, but they need to do something to lift their belts up.
Yep. So you're doing great out there for the spot that you're in. She'll eventually get to the main event status, at least for a few matches. You know how they throw like Cesaro's a bone out here.
Yeah.
So that's a quick little note I just wanted to throw in there because the Piper having the big girl and the really skinny girl too, the contrast, it's just it makes me laugh. And then they're all like saluting. And,
Yeah. It's like Secret Service. It's fucking great.
you know, that's like Juso quality. I probably would have written something like that. Juso.
Yeah. Hire us. The fuck?
Get it? Steroids or selling juice. They just make the juice. Yeah. All right. What else happened? The Naomi heel thing.
Oh, it's great. I said it last week, I think. I don't know why they didn't do this before. It's fucking great. She's doing great.
It's a little overdue. My favorite thing about it is she's now wearing her hair normal. Like the hair hat stuff. Oh.
That glow shit had to go about 5 years ago.
Yeah. The glow stuff was getting old. Even though she should bring back the LED title. If she ever gets her hands on it.
Yeah. Just to piss people off.
Yep. They hate that. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see her in the dark. That's the best part. Like, you see the belt come out and you don't even see anything else. That's cool.
Yeah.
And John Cena's spinner belt, I like that as well.
Yep.
So,
he needs to bring that back when he wins at Mania.
Yes.
When.
Hopefully he does win. I want him to win so badly. I can't stand these good guys these days. They haven't been good for a while. But I remember they're hard to root for.
Yeah, they are. It's for the kids. You know, it's the Hogan thing.
Mm-hmm.
None of the adults like the shit.
You know, you grow up and you're still watching this stuff and you're like an adult and you know the tricks don't work on you.
No.
And I don't know. But the bad guys, that's really where the story is.
It is. They got more compelling shit going on.
What if they actually made a story really based around the good guy? Like, remember what they did with Kane, as silly as it was, with all the, emotional scars and all this stuff back in the day?
Yeah,
it was so
great.
insane.
Yeah.
But there was something to it. Cody Rhodes is just Dusty's son.
Well, the good guy thing now is like they always have to be underdogs. You know what I mean? It just keeps repeating itself. Jey Uso's going through the same thing. You got to feel bad for them, and in the end, they're gonna prevail. And it's old.
How about that when he fake tripped this week?
Yeah, that was great.
It's the shits.
See, I was the beginning of that rivalry. I was buying it. I'm liking this. It's old school wrestling, like you said. It's the thing that they always do, which they need one storyline to do that at least, where you got the bad guy, heel bad guy, or this mountain that the good guy has to climb, whatever. And now they got him. They're really playing into it a little too much. I think the fake tripping was a bad idea.
He did it well though, because at first I'm like, oh my God, he fucked up again. And then I was like, no, that was work. He executed it good, but it's stupid. It's this WrestleMania, man. It's something.
It's not a great build.
Yeah.
Did you hear that the ticket sales are down? Or is that just a rumor?
No, I heard it too. It's been all over the internet. Because they're overpriced too. That's the problem. Ever since TKO took them over, they jacked their prices up. Nobody wants to pay this shit.
And how can you? Just coming out of 4 years of hell.
Yeah.
After the C word. I can't say things online, Sleaze. Do you know TikTok, they really won't let me connect to Restream anymore?
Yeah, I saw that whole thing. It's fucking retarded.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
So
half the crap I see on there is way worse than what you said.
and I'm just reading the chat.
Yeah, yeah. And they wouldn't even give you the time of day. It's like
they didn't read my appeal. Yep. Ignoring me. So that's weird.
Yeah.
Thanks, TikTok.
Yeah, thanks, dicks.
Yeah. Aren't they in China?
The Chinese don't like you.
Well, Oh, so sorry. Right? Just like John Cena did. So sorry. He cut that promo. He must have said sorry about it a trillion times. So yeah, they got power. They just kicked Dr. Huge off. I say, you know what it is? This show, we just tell the truth. We have opinions and we fucking say it, and apparently we can't. It was just talking. Like you said, it was something that somebody in the chat said, and you made it clear that you didn't have the same viewpoints, and stupid. Fuck TikTok. And it's just saying words, and words that aren't even bad. Yeah. Makes you wonder, right? Gee, I wonder who's in charge, Sleaze. Yeah. You know? It's Cody Rhodes, right?
What do we want to talk about?
Yeah.
He's got ties to China.
Well, I'm telling you, it's that John Cena, man. Maybe he got sick of us talking about him eating babies.
John Cena recognized.
And kicked us off his platform.
Apparently. Yeah. When he was making his tour around the fucking Far East, made ties. That's what Alex Jones used to tell me all the time. It's the Chi-Coms. It's the Chi-Coms. The Chi-Coms. Yep. You got it, Alex. Yeah. Anyway, Charlotte, she's out here being acting a fool. And you know what? I was a big Charlotte fan for many years. Even though people can't stand her, think they gave her the belt too much, I know what they're doing. They're trying to catch her up to her dad pretty quickly. Yeah. And that's money. You make money off of all this stuff, especially if he can still be alive when she's got the all the titles and breaks the records. But he's barely hanging on, but okay. This run where she has just come back, I don't know if it's just complete mismanagement, if they didn't know what the hell they were doing, like Lacey Evans style, when they tried to force her to be a good guy. This does not work. She went out there to cut a good guy promo. Nobody accepted it. She's thrust right into the bad guy role against Tiffany Stratton. And it's it's just more of the same.
Yeah. And the wrong decision is to make her champion, because people are going to hate it more because of everything that's happened since she come back. But it's like, if Tiffany Stratton wins, what do you do with Charlotte after this?
Yeah.
Like, because it's been so bad.
Mm-hmm. I would have to, just off the top of my head, you'd have to create some kind of loser angle.
Yeah.
If you really want her to be a good guy. But I don't know if they are going, I think they're just going with her being a bad guy now, and now it's just going to be generic.
She should have just came back as a bad guy. I don't know why they try to put her over. Like, it was a really stupid decision. She's just a natural fucking heel, and that's why people like her. So I don't get it.
Philly Sports Pride.
Is that really Charlotte, though?
I don't know. Might not be Charlotte Flair. She does look a lot different. She's looking more and more like Cher every day.
Oh, she had an ass, too, before. So that was my one thing.
Yep.
And it just disappeared.
All these women lately, they leave and they come back and they got no ass anymore.
No asses.
It's like they get
asses.
They must get it sucked out and put it into their boobs. I did know a girl that did that. She took all the fat from her ass and her thighs and stuff, and she put it right in her boobs.
It's when they take it out of their ass and put it into their lips. That's weird. Weird smell.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's
why would you do that, ladies? This is one. I'll tell you a couple things that these women need to stop doing. Right? I know they're all watching Dr. Huge show right now. One of the big hits with the ladies out here. 2 things. If you want to like get men and get more men and get their money in things, what you can do is you can stop getting surgeries.
Right.
You look like a bunch of lizards. Your face is all puffy. You kind of all look similar now, but like scary. They have like that gremlin look to them.
Yeah.
Like 80s sci-fi special effects shit going on.
Like the movie Chud. Yeah.
Yeah, and young girls are doing this too, and it's like, why are you messing with your face? No. And then the BBLs, which I just learned about. Thank you, Paladin. He told me about that. Natural everything is the way to go.
What is the BBL? What?
Brazilian butt lifts.
Oh,
I believe they're not all just by working out in the gym. They get surgery on their ass. And then like they sit on their ass all the time, and then they like leak and they stink, and there's all kinds of like problems with them. So, here's a third one. You know, we got to hit the trifecta on this. The tattoos. What the fuck? All these bitches look like the Undertaker out here. You know? Stop it. You're getting too many. You're getting them on your legs now and on your sleeves, on your face, chest pieces. It doesn't even if you're only have a few tattoos, they have them all up and down their torso, their backs, full back piece. Like, it's gross. Stop it. Shit.
It looks like old biker chicks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Sitting on the back of bikes.
They look like they're all Easy Rider magazine models, I guess. They all want to look like. But it stinks. It sucks. Cut it out. You're just making yourself look bad. And you really think that's going to look good when you get older. So now you got the wonky face, you got the tatted up body, and those BBLs, them stinky asses. Right? That's right, Johnny. Shout out to Johnny. Go check out his channel as well. Comics. I might show some comics off later. You never know. I got the Daredevils over here. I still have to watch that Daredevil series. Have you watched any of it, Sleaze?
Yep. I finished the newest 2 episodes they put out. They had one episode. It was real slow, but I can see why they did that because they built up some shit. But
is it as good as the Netflix stuff?
It's getting better. It is
good.
It's really good. Really fucking bloody.
Mm-hmm. That's what I like.
Yeah. Frank Castle's made an appearance. Great.
Tony Storm show up and all, pouring blood off the top of her head.
She should.
The Daredevil just beating her silly with his billy clubs.
Yeah.
Oh, and then John Moxley too comes out.
Fuck. I don't want to see him anymore.
No, you don't want to see this?
No, it's fucking stupid.
So the legendary wrestlers that talked about this the past few weeks, they seem to know what's going on. They're at least saying all the same thing. Perry Saturn, who likes John Moxley, he didn't say, "Oh, this is stupid," like RVD did and others. He was just like, you know, he must have been scared. That's all he kept saying. He's like, he must have been scared because, you know, that you got that in your spine.
Yeah.
And imagine you get that shit into your bloodstream and everything else, which who knows, because there's blood all over the place with it. And then they all said that these nails were like wire.
They look dirty as shit.
Yeah,
I'd be afraid of tetanus, you know? They think of that?
I wonder who put that together.
Probably him, because he's fucking stupid.
Oh, yeah, when he's on in Crystal Lake and stuff. Where is he? I got him around here somewhere. He's at Camp Crystal Lake making weapons.
Look at him. He's thinking hard. He's like, what should I do next?
Come on, where are you? There he is. Freddy vs. Jason, everybody. Yep. He was at Camp Crystal Lake making the wire nails for Cope. And Cope dropped him on it, got it stuck in his spine.
Right.
Probably going to have staph forever.
He had all the supplies from the broken down camps. All the wire and wood. If
I were him, why didn't he just take Cope and put him in a sleeping bag and slam it up against the ring?
That'd be better than this fucking horse shit.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So I did watch some AEW this week.
I'm sorry.
I took that picture from my TV because I like that. I might get Kenny Omega to sign it right here, like in that top right spot.
Yeah.
Nice and silver, I think I'm going to put up there. And it's going to say to Dr. Huge underneath the finger. Yeah. We're going to pretend that's me.
And then he's got to put bang because that's his thing.
That's right. And good night and something and things like that. Bang.
Oh, God, he sucks.
That promo was fucking terrible, too. I'm sorry. I like Speedball, and he came out, and he was all green on the mic. And then somebody else came out, and I was just like, oh, Ricochet on the screen. And boy, is he's not even like obnoxious. It's just, you can tell he's putting on an act. He's fucking trash on the mic. I'm sorry. I know everybody knows this, and I'm not like.
And it's go away heat. He's so fucking unlikable. You know, I don't think this is an act to him. I think this is how he really is. And oh God, it's fucking punchable.
The laugh at the end. I get what they're doing. It's kind of like the American Made Boys there, that tag team. The Brutus does like a laugh like that. It's to be heelish. I get what you're doing. It's just, it's the voice. He's saying the right things, I believe. He's trying to do the right things as far as on the mic. But when your voice sounds a certain way, you can't, you're not going to be able to prove your point. It's like having Pat Mahomes being like, he's going to be a tough guy now with that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's bad. He's bad. Great wrestler. Won't ever take that away. But don't give him the mic. That's the thing.
That's the thing with AEW. A lot of these spots, the people that are great on the mic, they had MJF and the Hurt Syndicate out there and everything. That's a good storyline. I'm with all that.
Yeah, that's the only thing in a while besides Tony Storm that I'm actually like interested as to where they're going.
Yep.
They're going to put it in the toilet, but it's good so far.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen out here, but I did. Like I said, I kept up with some AEW this week. I know it's shocking. But MJF came out and said, I accept your deal, MVP. MVP comes out. They're about to shake on it. The Hurt Syndicate, the guys that hurt people, you know, the Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley come out. Bobby Lashley comes up, mean mugs. MJF tears up the card and then forces him out.
Yeah. These guys are the only real wrestlers in this company. For the guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I see it. When Hurt Syndicate comes out, I'm like, oh, wrestlers. Holy shit. I didn't think they had those.
I think wrestlers with Powerhouse Hobbs and Cage, you know, they looked the part, man. Yeah. How are you not doing anything with Cage? Like you couldn't.
Or Hobbs. Well, you're not doing anything with either one of these guys.
Yep. I believe they wrestled each other and they tried to do something with that, but it's like, what was the storyline? I don't know anything about it. Can somebody burn their house down or something? Like, you give that to Hangman and Swerve. Okay, people seem to like that. And then they're shooting hypodermic needles into each other's mouths. Yeah. That's fucking stupid.
It's so fucking bad. So bad.
It's just like, I'm out of here. Enough of this. Enough of this stuff. You don't have to do this.
Like I said it last week. This is bingo hall, like high school gym, indie fucking bullshit. That's out of date, to be honest. I mean, if you were doing this in the late 90s, early 2000s, all right. But this is out of date shit.
Well, this is the shit you'd see on like VHS tapes from overseas or whatever. I had a few buddies that were like hardcore in the wrestling, and they would have all, you know, the fucking Juggalo wrestling and all this stuff from back in the day. And Abdullah the Butcher, like, you know, slicing himself up with glass and everything, like, all these things. This is the type of stuff that they're doing. Now we got this out in public for children in the middle of a show. Hey, really, this ain't the vibe of the show, really.
It's not wrestling. This is just stupid stunt work done by morons.
Well, I think he learned his lesson.
I don't think he did. No, I think there's more stupid shit to come.
Wow.
Yeah, it's John Moxley. There's something wrong in his fucking brain.
Yeah. Man, Mox, if you keep this up, that's crazy to me, man. I'm gonna say, all right, we'll see in a year or two or however long this takes. I'm gonna say he's done with the stunts. I'm just gonna call it. He's done.
You want to put money on it? Because that's a good bet.
No way. I'm doing this just for entertainment value. And then you can say I told you so. But I'm gonna say he's smart enough. He's married to Renee. Like, she's like one of the hottest chicks in the whole business. And that's saying something. And he's gonna do this to himself. And when you're already getting paid, dude. You got the championship.
He was a world champion in WWE. And now look at him. This is what he's resorting to. Like, what are you doing? You're working backwards. You do this when you're coming up. So people like get eyes on you. You know, your shit goes viral. You don't do this now. Mm-hmm. It's fucking dumb.
Then you got wrestlers running out there trying to pull this thing out. Not a doctor like myself, a wrestler. Right. Is gonna and then he stretches it, and the skin's just like,
it's fucking dumb.
It's like a horror movie.
Yeah, it's like Friday the 13th, Part 3.
Yep,
or 4.
Then the ref tries to take it off. Not a doctor either.
No,
like they had no plan for this. I'm trying to think. Look at how long those spikes are. Right?
Yeah.
You thought that wasn't going to stick?
Yeah. Did you think this over?
And what if he landed on his fucking kidneys?
Yeah.
Kidney first, where there's no muscle really there. It's
a lot of resistance. You got to crack ribs. You know, it's dumb. It's dumb all around.
Yeah, because you can't suplex somebody and make sure it's safe. They're going to land where they're going to land. You just got to hope you're not looking at the spot you're throwing them.
Right. And this was all in front of like 1,500 people in attendance. And about 500,000 viewers, not including Max, on fucking TNT or TBS or whatever fucking station they're on.
Oh, man. So, yeah, Mox, I'm saying you're not going to do anything like this again. You'll cut. I'm not going to say he's not going to blade like a crazy person. He's going to be blade. He's going to look like Devon Dudley, Abdullah the Butcher again by the time this is all over. But I'm saying he's not going to like spike himself, glass, you know, go full Japan in whatever the 90s.
I feel this is getting worse. I wish I could agree with you, but I feel this is getting worse.
How about the backlash to RVD saying he didn't like any of this and it was stupid and all this stuff? And then all the
the fans came at him, and he's like, listen, you guys are essentially, you're ignorant and you're idiots. Because they're saying, oh, you're an ECW and you did things. And he's like, I kind of didn't, though. And he's like, the things I did do, I didn't want to do.
Yeah, yeah. No, he was an actual wrestler in that business. There were some other guys in there like Sandman and everybody else that did stuff like this. But RVD was never that guy. So I was behind him with it. You know, people shitting on him for stuff they didn't know about, or, you know, it's the internet talking and they don't have the information correct.
Mm-hmm. I would totally, if I was in TNA right now and they're pretty hot as well, I would totally sign RVD back.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Get him back. He wants to wrestle, I hear. So he's got that lady. I don't know if she's got the BBL, but it's definitely humongous. So do it.
You got to see if it stinks.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't.
Yeah.
You
Smells like swamp water.
Stinky, leaky booties around here.
Nasty ass.
Yep. We want real ones like Naomi. Real hair, real boobs, real faces, no tattoos. You know, these guys out here, I'll say this to pretty much all my friends. You maybe, I don't know if you agree, maybe you can't say, but I don't like it. And then my friends are like, well, you know, I love it. It's like my favorite thing was seeing a chick all tattooed up. It's like, really? Are you just saying that to troll me in real life?
Sometimes it's fine, but sometimes it's too much, you know, and a lot of them are too much.
Especially like with these new leg tattoos where you got like portraits of faces. Imagine like you're doing sexy time with any of these. Like, you're looking at all her family members and shit. It's just like,
yeah, you got a goblin. You got a goblin looking back at you. You don't need that.
The Terrifier clown or something.
Right.
You know, because they just put whatever they like on themselves.
Right.
Yep. All right.
Yeah,
That's what you want to do, kids. You know, have fun. It's all fun and games when you're in your 20s and you got the Terrifier clown on you and you're a cute girl and everybody's like, oh, look at that. And then you're 40 with the Terrifier clown on you and everybody's like, oh, look at her. You know, it's very different response.
It's all fun and games, so they start melting.
Yeah. All right. Well, how about this for a story? Talking about these fans complaining about everybody's takes and trying to kick us offline and everything, but does it feel like this is like a Vince McMahon era still? Just the past like couple of weeks, and maybe it's because this is like a slow WrestleMania, especially compared to last year. Last year's WrestleMania build was perfect, and now this year it's just whatever. I think the European tour has a lot to do with this too, but overall, everybody's complaining about every little thing around here again.
I think they're worried way too much on the business. Like they just put out on X today that they're going to have their first show in like India. And I think they're way too focused right now into expanding and getting into new, like, especially overseas, like new territories and shit. They're not focusing on the product and it's going to catch up with them. Yeah. That's what Vince was doing in fucking the early 2000s and shit, where he was more focused on getting sponsors and TV deals and all that shit, and everything else went the fucking to the wayside.
And also just with the storylines, like people are
poor.
People. Well, there are some of them are. It's better than it was.
Yeah,
it's like way better than it was. They're at least trying to make sense out of things. Where so the bad storylines, they would just like it would disappear. Sometimes you wouldn't even know, and they wouldn't even finish anything. And they'd move on to something else. But they're at least making sense now, and people out here are just complaining. It's like everything, and I'm not, you know me, I love to complain. I complain mainly in the 20 teens. Like everything, it was horrible.
That was dog shit then.
Yeah, the best thing was NXT.
Yeah,
back then.
You're right.
But now WWE is actually doing things that make sense. The storylines, whether you like them or hate them, it's something, you know, it's at least they're trying to write things in advance instead of showing up to the show and writing it literally before the show and in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, the alternative is AEW, where they don't have, creative meetings. They're just throwing matches together. They'll start a storyline, then it stops, or they'll have a storyline that doesn't make sense. I mean, if you look at it that way, yeah, it's night and day. But a lot of this WrestleMania stuff is like, it's like, okay, there's not real. The John Cena stuff is sort of fizzled out a little bit. Not out, but it's not really what I expected. Did that. Yeah, it's not what I expected.
Segments have been good. It's just Cody's just bored the shit out of everybody until they don't even really care anymore. But
yeah, if they had somebody else, like a Drew McIntyre who's fucking hot on the mic against Cena, then yeah. But you got Cody, and he takes his tie off and he yells a little bit, and yeah.
But I still blame the fans on this one. I think it's because they're really trying to make it about themselves. So everything has to be bad or negative, have a negative spin on it. It's either one of two things. That you're either overly negative or you're a ball washing dick rider. Mm-hmm. And there's no in between, because they want everybody online to basically act like that now, or you get no push at all. So what I'm saying is, like, people are engagement farming essentially out here.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. We're the middle ground here, because we can say that stuff is good and bad. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. It's not hard.
But people like, if you want 1,000 likes and 1 million retweets, get liking and retweeting and sharing all over. Subscribe on YouTube, of course. But if you're not doing this, like I said, you're not getting anywhere. It's like you have to be hyperbolic and you have to be like insane and stupid as well to get ahead in this. It looks like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How much easier would this show be to do if we just sat here and just was negative the whole time?
Yep.
And just shit on everything. That would be fucking easy. But it's not the truth.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good shit. Even AEW, we said Hurt Syndicate, fantastic.
Yep. Boston sports stuff is like that. It's just always negative, but that's how they get the ratings and all the rest. So I don't know. I'm pretty negative about this guy right here. Let's show this guy. Oh, that's going to work me up. I don't like that.
No. I'm 100% negative on this fathead.
Mm-hmm. So that's Pat McAfee, everybody. If you don't know, I'm sure everybody knows. It seems like every time I post about him, Sleaze, there's like a dozen people that are like, I like him. He's good.
He looks like a fucking groundhog in this film. He saw his shadow, and he's going to piss everybody off.
I hate how everything is so phony.
Yeah.
I just fucking can't. I can't stand this world anymore. I don't know how else to put it. I think that all of pop culture has always been, kind of not cool, in my opinion, but I think it wasn't looked at the way it is now. Now pop culture is like, if you have a big name, remember the story I told you about with the kids and social media and the podcast? Nobody cares about what anybody's doing.
No.
They only care about how many people are watching you, listening to you, the numbers, right? And that's why everybody's faking their numbers. There's a gajillion viewers for his show. Is there really? Maybe. I don't know. Everybody's lying out here, especially the big people. So it's I'm just ashamed of humans, where we've come, from, because I've been around the block a little bit, and I'm telling you, the Stephen A's of the world, where he's getting into politics.
God damn.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, see how like everything's getting like so dumbed down, and everybody's on board with it.
It's dumbed down, and everything's about numbers. It's so simplified. He does a big one.
Yeah, we'll stick some hot dogs in his mouth sometime. Yeah, these, and he's like known for this face. 6 more weeks. Damn it, he's out. He's a groundhog. That's right.
Yeah. Again.
Like, people make pictures of him with the mouth.
How do people like looking at that stupid face?
It's
a stupid face.
Yeah.
he had LeBron James on this week, and you know how I love LeBron James.
Two shit.
Oh, that LeBron James is the GOAT. He's so good. Did you see him blow a fucking 5-point lead with like 20 seconds to go the other night? That was pretty GOAT things.
Yeah.
You fucking stink, dude. He's close to being the best. And then he goes on Pat McAfee's show, and he's like, you know that player. He's one of the best players in the world. But he's like, if he played in the 60s and 70s, he'd score 250 points in a game. It's like, oh, would he? Would he?
Yeah.
250 points, you fucking hack. Oh my God, this LeBron James gets under my skin because you know what he means by that, everybody, right? You know what he means by this. He's trying to say that he would score 350 points back then because everybody sucked before he came around.
He would not survive in like 1995 NBA. Fact. Yep. He's too much of a pussy.
Yep. Mentally weak. He was a multi-millionaire probably. I know by 18, but come on. You know it was before that. You ever see the movie Blue Chips, anybody? You don't think any of they knew he was going to be a superstar probably from 10 years old. He was dunking in 6th grade. That's when he should have been 11, you know? So, and then there's always this narrative that like he's trying to put out there. This is a show, by the way, he's going on to try to become likable because the NBA's ratings are tanking and it's the total shits right now. And he's a big reason to blame for all this. And the NBA has him on Pat McAfee's show, the biggest show ever, right? He's so great. And then McAfee just washes his balls, probably because he has to, but still, he's a shill for all this Hollywood rich guy nonsense. And I can't stand any of it. It's all so fake. Everybody's phony, and the fake goats and the fake best podcasters and the fake fuck these people.
Yeah. The only time Pat McAfee was ever real was when he basically said, fuck Canada for booing our anthem.
Yep.
It's the only thing I ever liked him saying or anything coming out of his fucking mouth. Other than that, it's ball washing. It's fucking, you are the GOAT, and I'm going to jump on my desk and look at my fat fucking head.
All these people. I don't know what to tell you guys. I know I'm just complaining every week, and you're just like, well, Dr. Huge, you're just jealous. It's not that. If you put Corey Graves in his role, right, I'd be way happier.
Did you see the difference when Corey came in and then went back to fucking McAfee? Oh.
Yep. Now he's over in NXT as the third guy some nights. And
third guy.
Yeah. With Booker and I forget the other dude's name. You all know who he is.
Right.
Anyway. Yeah, so. Oh, to get back to Charlotte, too. I know that was a little while ago, but this whole getting the 17 championships deal, she says, because, you know, everybody heard John Cena's promo last week. He mentioned Richard Flair, and said that he was going to ruin wrestling, just like LeBron James ruined the NBA. And then he's going to, you know, make everybody forget about Ric Flair and the wooing and all this stuff. And she's like, nobody's going to forget the woo. And if John does win the record, I'm just going to beat his record. And that's what I expect to happen, because we don't need Cody Rhodes to have the belt anymore.
No.
It's not necessary.
Well, our prayers have been answered in a sense, because I sent you it. Ric Flair has been announced for WrestleMania.
There you go.
So, yeah, a lot of wooing.
Woo! Yep. He's got to get involved in that match. I laid it a week or so ago.
Come out in diapers, all confused.
He trips up John Cena just for one spot and then just turns around like, what?
What?
Or gets the ref's attention, you know.
Yeah. Ric Flair shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to give him one chop. Just one chop.
I love this meme.
I fucking hate you.
It's two kids or whatever, black girl and a white guy going, thank you for changing my life. And Cena's over here saying, I fucking hate you.
Like this.
Yeah. You can't see me, right? All right.
Did you see how his logo changed?
No.
If you look now, it doesn't have the cross out on the C, so it's "You see me." Very subtle. Very subtle.
Wow.
That's good shit.
But getting back to this also, the whole money, the tickets for WrestleMania and the low attendance possibly, they're just going to say that they're going to get more money than ever because the tickets prices are so high. So they could be lower attendance, but they'll just gloat and go, well, we got more money this year.
Here's the thing about Mania, because my cousin went probably about a decade ago now, and I've heard it before. Probably 3 weeks, 2 weeks before, they're going to want to sell this out. So they drop the prices like stupidly. I'm talking like to $30. So for them to, I don't know, maybe the report just shouldn't have come out, or somebody shouldn't have said something right now, because we're still like a month out, right? So wait another week or two, and then all of a sudden you're going to see those numbers jump up in the attendance, because that's what they do.
And I just can't get over it. The build for this year in comparison is just, oof.
Well, last year was so fucking big. You know, you really can't compare it to last year. I mean, last year was probably their biggest WrestleMania. I hate that they say that every fucking year, but I think last year was probably their biggest one. So you can't compare. Like, some things you can't duplicate in that sense.
You got all the same people, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they just kind of wrote this thing out. I think Roman Reigns was gone too long. That kind of hurt.
Yeah.
Like Solo Sikoa took over for so long, but you know, when Roman was out, and even when he did come back, it was like he disappeared again for another month or two.
Right.
So that definitely didn't help. Cody Rhodes being there every week, as the good guy, has the belt. That doesn't seem to help anything.
And nothing happening. That's the thing. Is like it's just talk back and forth, and there's nothing happening.
What do we want to talk about?
Right. I don't want to talk anymore.
I'm just like, I don't know. What do you want to talk about? And he's like,
what do we want to talk about?
That's what it is. That's what it is. It's like you can call it now. As soon as you see Cena come out, you're like, oh, Cody's coming out. He's going to say some generic shit. We're going to have stares and then go to commercial. You know, or end the show.
I sigh when he comes out. Like it's a routinely acted out thing. It makes me think of Rhea Ripley. Every time Liv came out this year and was on the microphone, I'm like, I'm getting into this. I'm like, all right, she's getting over with me. It's funny, or is there something going on? And then you'd hear Rhea Ripley's music. Same thing with John Cena. John Cena's going on doing his promos and things. Then you hear Cody Rhodes' music. And I just go, oh.
Yeah, it's not the same like if Seth Rollins comes out, you know something's going to be good. Drew McIntyre, CM Punk. Like you said, Liv Morgan. Now, even like Naomi, you know, they're going to say something good and worth it.
How about this Cain Velasquez story? So we know that he was chasing down Pedo a couple years back, I believe it was. You know, like I'm sure everybody's heard the story, but now he's getting a year and a half in prison. I think he's been in there this whole time. So they're just tacking on a year and a half, probably going to a actual prison if he hasn't been there already. And I don't suspect that he's going to have any problems in there.
No, not at all.
I seen people asking online, like, do you think he's going to join a gang and this and that? It's like, he doesn't need to.
He doesn't need anything.
He beat up prime Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
You know? Roided to the gills.
No, people are going to bring him cigarettes, you know?
Right.
I mean, I'm glad that, you know, it was attempted murder, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that he got just 5 years, because he could have got a lot more, 20, 30 years.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, you end up shooting the wrong people sometimes when you know, shooting out of cars like that. Yeah. It's not like the movies.
Yeah, just get out of the car. It's more accurate.
Yeah, that was wild, though.
It's crazy.
I understand. He's going to be treated like a hero too in prison.
Oh, he is. He is. The guards are going to love him. The prison inmates are going to love him. Like, he has no problems.
Yep. So, I mean, it's wild news. But yeah, Cain, I couldn't imagine seeing Cain. If I was locked up in prison, Cain Velasquez is there. I'm just going to be like,
yeah, I'm his bitch.
I'm just going to be like, I am going to act like he doesn't even exist. I'm just going to look away. Watch whatever you want on the TV. It's all yours.
No, I'd be his bitch. Like, fuck that. Nobody touch me. I'm someone's bitch. I'd hold his.
He's going to be Cain Velasquez's prison bitch.
Yeah, prison bitch. He's gonna take his pocket inside out, and I'm gonna hold it. What? And we're gonna walk around the yard.
This is breaking news.
Breaking news, everybody. The sleaze holding pockets at prison. You planning to go to prison? Hopefully you can make it down there.
I hope not, but just in case, he might be listening. They have cell phones and shit. I will be your bitch. If maybe
try sending them some letters like the ladies do.
I'll do that. My shirt off. I'll be your bitch.
So yeah, I already talked about Kenny Omega. I mean, what else can I say about him? It was boring. He had a match. He beat up another guy I never heard of.
Yeah, there's a lot of flips and guns and fireworks for the whatever fucking reason.
Yep. We already talked about the MVP stuff. That was the good stuff. MVP, MJF. I bet you he'll join him eventually.
I hope so. They need to do something with him. He's way too talented for their shitty writing.
Yeah.
To put him with some people that have good ideas.
And it also, I just don't see MJF going up against Bobby Lashley. Why would they want something like that?
No, that's two different levels. But I'd like to see it too, just for the fact that you have MVP who's great on the mic, and then you can have MJF who's great on the mic. So they'll destroy anybody.
Oh, who is MVP goofing on the other day? Big Bill. Did you see any of that segment? So
yeah.
Big Bill and I forget the other guy's name that are with that Jericho group. They come out and they're basically in a promo battle with MVP. And MVP is, I get what he's doing. He's talking back to him in the middle of their promo. He didn't make Big Bill look very good.
No.
And you could tell Bill was anxious and was trying to get this thing out, but MVP kept, stalling it out, and the crowd was on his side. I mean, I love it for the realness of what that was, but it also, to me, if I was like running this show, that's not how I would want it to go. I want to make everybody look good, right? I'm paying everybody, so you don't want to just have like Edge come out how he did with Ricky Starks. Remember, you look like a vanilla midget Rock, and the crowd's because he called them bug eyes, right? and Edge is just like talking back. He's the good guy. He's the veteran that's already been around. He's decent on the mic, so I think it screws up the younger talent, if you will.
Well, if you had good creative. And a lot of people have been saying this online, and I agree. So every time Cena comes out and then Cody comes out, which has been happening every fucking week, they don't really go back and forth because I think Triple H knows that Cena will fucking destroy him. So they've been keeping them away from that because you got a John Cena as opposed to a Cody Rhodes. You got an MVP opposed to a Big Bill, who was a hype guy at most, who had the same scripted line every single week in WWE. That's easy to do. He's not good on the mic, so he gets destroyed.
And it's just, he was set up to fail, it felt like to me.
Yeah.
And why can't they just get Enzo and Kaz together again and just
I don't get it. Yeah. Well, Enzo was in their parking lot at one of their shows saying they sucked, so I doubt that's going to happen. But yeah,
maybe they were burnt bridges. But if there weren't any, it's like, come on, like it's such easy money.
It's a no-brainer. They went on the Jericho cruise and they reunited and did their thing, and everyone lost their shit. It was good shit. You know, Enzo's a dick, but I don't know. There's a lot of people that are dicks in AEW, like Young Bucks, and they keep them around. They're hard.
They're EVPs.
Yeah, whatever.
Running the place.
Stupid. Where are they? Not that I care, but
you love the Young Bucks. Come on, your favorite.
Yeah. Best tag team of all time.
I have a video around here. Where the hell is it? I got so many videos. There it is. So we gotta check this out because I haven't seen this yet.
Oh God, I'm sick of this.
I saw this morning and I'm like, what is this? So I haven't even watched this yet. So you've seen this clip already.
I complained on X about it. That I did not want to see her fucked up face on my shit.
What's wrong with her face before you?
She's got these like cigarette burns on her fucking chin.
Cigarette burns.
She looks 95 years old.
Oh man. Everybody that doesn't know, this is the Hulkster's ex. The last I heard from her was she got divorced from the Hulkster and then started dating a 19-year-old that went to school with her daughter.
And apparently he left because she looks like this. Wake up to that.
Let's see what she's got to say. Does she talk about the whatever these are in this video?
I don't think so, but it needs to be addressed.
Huh. All right. Well, let's see.
Oh, God.
So I'm just home by myself today. Again, as usual. I'm okay with most things, but today something hit. I don't know what hit, but I look terrible because I've been crying. And yesterday I went to try to go have Botox and shit, and they bruised me like.
Oh, that's what it is.
I missed that part.
It's been 15
needs more than Botox.
or longer years since I got left Hulk Hogan, and my family is in the worst mess. Brooke doesn't talk to us. She's had twins. She got married. She didn't tell us. She had twins. She didn't tell us. She had a huge fight with Terry.
Whoa, tell us. So the Hulkster, remember he said he couldn't go to Austin for the Saturday night main event, the second one, because he had to go. Oh, was that Nick's wedding?
It was Nick's wedding.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I don't know how that reflected onto me, but she cut me out too. I haven't talked to her for 7 years, almost 8 years now. And God bless Nick. He's still such a good boy. I've never put a Facebook post out like this with my ugly face and my crying face, but
thank God.
I have to be honest about what I went through in my marriage with Terry as Hulk Hogan. And
why now?
Yeah.
It's 15 years later. Why are we talking about the Hulkster now? Are we feeling like the brother should be around still? Dude?
Because she's always been a money-hungry twat.
Oh, wow.
And now she's seeing he's getting all this negative shit and she's jumping on the fucking bandwagon. That's my take on it.
Or is she jealous because he is over with most people again? More over than he's been for the past 10 years?
Or something was in the Botox and she's going fucking nuts. There's many, many assumptions.
This is where we shed our blood, sweat, and tears.
This is where we do it. Let's keep it going.
What it entailed and what it has caused over the years and everything else. He's a complete liar. He is a sex addict. Your face out there and know
well, we knew that.
All these horrible things are.
Let me say it one more time so you completely understand. This is where we shed our blood, sweat, and tears.
Going on behind the scenes. Yet he marches on. He marches on like, yeah. Oh, I'm promoting my own beer, real American beer. Yeah, look at me. Woo! Yeah, he's such a hero, right?
Wait.
Okay, I'm going to give you my thumbs down.
What do you got to say?
Didn't she get like the house and some cars and like a ton of money and all this shit while she was dating the 19-year-old?
Mm-hmm.
And like when she was married to fucking Hulk Hogan, never had to work and all this. Like, really? We're fucking doing this.
If you actually think that I was just the right guy.
What? Okay.
I've given him more opportunities to come back and make us a family and
Have you seen his wife?
and try to
Oh,
sorry,
God.
it's so sad.
Oh,
And it's been
snot.
20 years and I'm still this sad. Somebody please explain that.
Oh.
I don't know.
This is where we shed our blood, sweat, and tears.
I do love living alone. I don't ever want to be married again after him. Trust me. But I love.
All right. And that's where the video just cuts off. So, yeah.
Yeah, she passed out from all the Valium she took.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
I'm not either. Not a fucking second. She's always
sad.
been a waste of a human being. Like,
Yep.
if you ever look back at the Hogan show and all, she's a terrible person. She has to be married to Hogan and have kids. He's a terrible person. She's a terrible person.
Oh, that
I was
Nick,
getting-
man. I don't know these people, but then, the problems with Nick, and he's been in prison, you
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah.
then the daughter seemed to be the only normal one, Brooke.
Yeah, yeah. And she got away from both of them, really.
Yeah. So something's up. She has no money. That's what Coach thinks.
Yeah, I think she blew through the fucking millions that he gave her.
So stupid. Yeah, because when you start living the Hulk Hogan lifestyle since the 80s, and you're just, the money's always coming in, and then you're given $3 million and a house. Now you got to upkeep the house. You got to do all this stuff, and that money goes like that. $3 million ain't shit anymore.
And she said it too, if you caught it, because she said, I gave him chances to come back and be with a family. And then she's like, but I love living alone. You want him to pay your bills.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want him to pay your bills because you blew through the money.
Mm-hmm.
Who's paying for the fucking birds that wouldn't shut up in the background? In the Botox.
Yep.
I don't know what Botox is doing to that fucking face, but
Can't believe we're kind of sticking up for the Hulkster here, even though, I'm sure he didn't help this marriage at all either, brother. But come on, dude. Like, takes two to tango, doesn't it, brother?
no, he's a shitbag too. But
Yeah, right.
Jesus, who's the worst shitbag?
Seems like a match made in heaven.
Yeah, yeah.
Match made in Hades.
Oh, God, she's rough.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, woof. Like, I knew she was an older lady, but, again, stop taking Botox. Stop fucking with your faces. Stop getting tattoos. Stop getting BBLs. Stop doing all this stuff.
She's got to be in her 70s. Like, stop. You're going to die soon. Everyone gets old.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. But
fuck.
This is brutal.
I was going to eat after this, and I don't think I can. Because it's that disturbing to me. And I kept seeing it over and over and over. Oh.
Well, at least it's not that and like some sores from something on her face. Like,
Yeah.
That would be way worse.
Oh, she started doing heroin or something.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Getting the itches.
So, CM Punk, right? The other night, he's out here doing the contract signing. It seemed like one of the most boring SmackDowns. Even in the highlights, I was kind of bored. And Roman Reigns is like, "Let's go." He's looking through the contract and everything. And so Paul Heyman finally stops him, and Seth Rollins is also sitting there doing nothing. And CM Punk, or the wise man, tells CM Punk, "I know what you're looking for, and you're in the main event." And then CM Punk's acting all emotional or whatever. And towards the end of this promo, he's like, "Oh, by the way, that's not even the favor, me getting the main event spot. So what's the favor, sleaze?"
I don't know. Why are we dragging this out? It's like the fucking Jada Cargill shit. It's like, all right, just let us know.
Yep.
And it's going to be something where Paul Heyman fucking goes against Roman or so. This is so, it's so predictable. I hate 3-ways, especially at Mania. I don't like it. You want to do it on a Raw or something, that's fine. I don't like it. I would have just liked to see either Roman against Seth or Roman against Punk. I don't like this.
We just need, you know what it is? I think with the storytelling they're doing, they're trying to drag everything out and wring every cent out of every second of every story of what they're doing, you know, for big reveals at WrestleMania or whatever. When, remember back in the day, we were getting surprises almost every week, it felt like.
Right.
You had to tune in because you didn't want to miss something. We don't have to watch this really anymore. All you need to watch are the big shows. That's what they're telling you. They're telling you all the other shows are just, we're going to give you a little drop, a little taste, and then we'll go to the next week and we'll give you a little more than a little taste. And just
it's like they figured out the long game. I get that. Like Triple H is like, we're long gaming things. We're thinking of things 6 months out and all that. That's great. That's what we wanted. But you have to give us something in between that. That's what they need to start learning. You need to give us things on those little shows because the long game isn't good if you're not invested. If you're not doing everything little each week, then you're not gonna wait till SummerSlam, you know?
Right.
That's the problem they're having.
Makes me think of like comic books. Like comic books, the way, if it's done well, every issue, the reason why you can sell them in issues and not everybody has to go out and buy the whole paperback and like all pushed together is because at the end of every issue, there's supposed to be some sort of cliffhanger, some sort of new info. With a lot of this, we got, okay, so for example, last night we got, all right, this is going to be the main event at WrestleMania. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
You knew it was going to be the main event at WrestleMania. Of course, you have 2 nights now as well.
Right.
So what? Is it extra special because they're on Sunday? Because you call the Saturday night one a main event too, because it technically is. So that's the big reveal for the end of this comic book. You know, it's not making me want to go and read the next one because I know what you're doing now. Like some of these comics do as well. They stretch it out because they got one big reveal. There's not like multiple big reveals.
No, and it's like the hero's journey. It's like the format of like a trilogy. You have an overall story, but you build up something, it leads to something else comes in, but there's always payoffs each step you go. And that's not what they're doing.
Well, it is not what they're doing. This WrestleMania season is slow AF, as the kids say.
I think it's going to pay off, but we needed little things here and there sprinkled in.
All right, what else do I have here? Ricky Saints rather, indirectly mentions AEW on NXT a few times. Once with Sean Spears. You know, they got a lot of these AEW guys coming over to WWE. Ethan Page, Spears, Ricky Saints here. And it just made me think and go back and watch the whole Cope video with him. Apparently that was one of the bridges he burned over there was Cope. And is this like the whole split in the locker room thing again over there? Do you think that there is no split in the locker room in AEW anymore, or is it just chaos? I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah, I think it's just chaos. I think it's the inmates running the asylum. You know, and what's making me nauseous lately, to be honest, and Punk did it too, they got to stop bringing themselves down to AEW's level by mentioning, even in the slightest way, the other competition. They got to stop that.
Yeah, because word is, I haven't gotten to see a lot of TNA, but I can notice it just by the way it looks, how they're filling similar size arenas as AEW. And the talent that they have and the older WWE guys that they're actually using well, like the Hardys and stuff, they're the second promotion to me really right
Yeah,
now.
they are.
AEW is third.
Yeah. So if you want shots fired, like, do it on TNA. Don't have Punk coming out mentioning, things about shit he went through in AEW in a subtle way, because nobody picks up on it. And the people that do are like, you didn't have to do that.
Yeah. Punching down,
Yeah, it's exactly.
And then we got a Swerve. I seen him on, I think, something called Fed TV say that he was that the WWE was in some shape or form. This isn't a direct quote, but like it's not WWE is not great for black wrestlers or something.
Oh, come
and
on.
I seen this the day after I just watched NXT, so this was Wednesday. But on NXT, there's black people everywhere.
Right.
You got Obafemi and Trick Williams and the young OG in the main title area. You got the Lash Legend and Jakara tag team that they showed. The whole show is hip hop music. It has a hip hop theme. You got Booker T and announce. I think they're everywhere. So I'm not understanding that. And then also with the main roster, the Naomi and Bianca things, and I'm not seeing it.
Right. Head of the board is black.
Mm-hmm.
The
final boss.
Right.
The final boss. Super excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what Swerves. Maybe he's just gung-ho AEW. But again, I'm not buying that, bro.
If you're a Tony Khan at this point, just imagine if he had a brain. You would tell your people to shut up. Like at this point, because I said it, I think, last week. They came out guns blazing saying we're going to be competition, and they did some good stuff. And now they're in the toilet. So now it's time to shut up. Like, you're making yourself look stupid. Every time somebody on Twitter says something like Swerve did, or Mercedes, or any of those fucking idiots.
So we got one thing I do like, too. They're finally doing something with Thunder Rosa here.
Right.
Like, teaming her up with Tony Storm. They're going to be Thunder Tits. Again, it's kind of just hacky. I'm liking Timeless Tony Storm, but at the same time, it's feeling a little Orange Cassidy-like, where I'm just like,
She's trying to go way too overboard, I think. Bring it back a little bit, and it'll be fine. But again, you don't have somebody coming in saying, hey, maybe the fucking Thunder Tits thing was a little stupid. Because it was.
Yeah, I mean, it's wrestling. I get it. We're doing wacky, silly things. But, when you have somebody that's like you're a top star and everything's about tits and it's just like, haha, boobs, right, guys?
Yay. So. It's good if you're 15.
Yeah, maybe even younger. 15, I'd be like, this is, okay. It's just the funny faces. I can't, again, how can you be that beautiful? You look like Marilyn Monroe, quite literally.
Yeah.
And you then do goofy faces forever, like all these chicks on Instagram. Why? Why would you do that?
Because you don't have PR people. You don't have creative people. You don't have a boss that's telling you, hey, this isn't working because I didn't feel it. The fans didn't feel it. Tony's just going, great fucking job. Goes and snorts some coke and move on to the next shitty city.
It's so shticky, over the top. She's got the Jim Carrey faces going, and she did this in WWE too. I'm not even just talking about the timeless character. I'm fine with all that. That's probably the best thing she's been doing. One of the best things AEW has going for them. But she was making goofy faces for no reason at all on WWE.
Yeah, but eventually they would have toned that down. That's what I'm saying. Is eventually somebody would have been like, yeah, it's okay. It's not working. Because they're a business and AEW is not. So that's the big difference here, guys. in the IWC is that WWE is a business. Like people keep bitching, oh my God, they're purposely going into towns to shut us down. Yeah, that's what businesses do. That's why Walmart put Kmart out of business. That's smart business. They went into the same towns and ran them out. That's what you do. It's not fair. Well, life's not fair. Fucking pussies.
Poor AEW. I want them to do well.
I do too, but they're not. And there's reasons why. And they could be fixed.
I'll tell you, I'd never know if I wasn't online. You know,
right?
Because, or if I was, even if I am online, everybody's acting like they're doing better than ever. That's all I've ever heard, really.
Well, they're making piss poor numbers on TV, but to Dave Meltzer, they're beating NXT because you're not including the numbers from Max.
And nobody's watching any TV anymore anyways. That's what everybody's saying about even college basketball. Oh, the ratings are better than ever. Are they? Really?
No.
It's like they're not. Nobody believes any of this. It doesn't matter what it is. I understand why ratings are down. You got all the streaming services. You got the this and that. You know, people got friggin' TVs in their pockets everywhere. So.
Yeah. Yeah, TV's dead. So.
Yeah. How about the El Americano Grande situation from this week? People were very upset that night.
Again, like, as soon as I got through the third bitch, I'm like, you guys are fucking stupid. Like, it's just an innocent fucking little funny thing they're doing right now that I think is great. Mm-hmm. And dude, they're fucking racist and all. Come on. You guys are reaching for this shit.
It's such good shit.
Yeah, come on. I mean, it is such good shit. The American Mask. He's from the Gulf of Mexico.
Gulf of America.
The Gulf of America. That's right. I still got that. I'm brainwashed with thinking Mexico has anything to do with that.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. It's touching us.
But they've done that 100 times. El Generico. I think fucking Kurt Angle did it. Mm-hmm. Everyone's thrown a mask on. And all of a sudden it's racist.
USA. USA. Come on, everybody. Do it at home. We're all chanting.
Jesus.
Yep. So that whole situation, again, it just shows me, wow, I understand children watch this and some of them are online, but everybody's getting dumber, sleaze.
Yeah.
Adults are like acting like this, and adults are this involved with pro wrestling to the point where they're actually upset. They're tweeting at Triple H, go fuck yourself, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, you're watching a television show. You get that, right?
Right. I used to say it back in the day all the time. So you're bitching about a multi-billion-dollar company that's been around for over, 60, 70 years at this point? If you can do any better, all right, get some capital or get a sponsor or whatever, a loan, and start your own fucking company and do it better. You know, Tony Khan tried to do it. He's doing great.
And the critics, they really don't like this Cena angle. I've been noticing. I know why. I mean, to me, and what we've talked about already, it's because of Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is boring, and he's already had the belt for a while. Cena's the heel. He's turned. Has exciting things to say. People want to hear from him, like why and all this stuff. And I don't see how this is a problem. Do you think now that some time has passed, do you think that they shouldn't have turned John Cena heel?
No, they absolutely should have. And everything he's saying has been so beautifully done. I don't get the criticism at all. Because if you're going to turn him heel, you do exactly what they're doing right now. Mm-hmm. You turn him exactly the opposite of what he was. You know, it's like Superman and Bizarro. Like, he's Bizarro right now. And it's great. It's tiring to get through the fucking criticism and the stupid shit.
But that's what I was like, this whole podcast I've been doing today is like, that's kind of been the theme. It's like the people online, they're not going to be happy with anything.
No. Mm-hmm. And everyone's smarter. If you are, then go do your own shit. Write a better skit. How about this? I'll put a challenge out to all the fucking dumbasses out there. You write me a script for John Cena and what he should do and say up until WrestleMania. Not even after or anything. You got a month. Write that script.
As a badge,
and make
right?
it better. Yep. Send it to us, and we'll analyze and do our expert analysis. But they won't do that. They'll just say it's bad.
Mm-hmm. Actually, send it to JD from New York instead. I don't want to read anything. I'm busy.
Send it to Jim Cornette.
Yeah. Did you hear that JD from New York got kicked out of some wrestling event by Mercedes Moon?
Yeah, it was from that asshole Sasha Banks. Like, really? You're that petty? From an internet podcast guy? I'm not taking anything away from JD. I used to not like him back in the day, and I've totally flipped.
Really?
Yeah, I'm totally into his shit.
I just remember that one time he contacted me, and I'm like, what's this about? And he's like, I'm thinking, maybe he wants to do something or whatever. And I'm reading it, and I'm like, he's like, hey, one of your guys is flagging all my videos and blah, blah, blah. And
that was probably me.
I'm like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know nothing about that. He was talking about Litman at the time.
Oh.
He's like, he's like, it's Litman. He's a little flagging on my videos. And I'm like, all right. So I asked Litman. He's like, I'm not doing that. And I'm like, all right. I go back and I'm like, yeah, he said he's not doing anything. So, and he's like, well, I don't know what you're trying to do, but blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay. I'm just like, I don't even like what the fuck.
No, he has a lot of the views we do now. Back in the day, he was just full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's much better.
Good, he's grown up then. Good.
Yeah. Not us, but he has.
Treat Dr. Huge with a little more respect.
Yeah.
Don't want to be racist, right?
Don't make me start flagging your posts.
Yep. I'll send the sleaze after you and start flagging, because that's all that everybody does out here. We got all time to flag all your stuff.
Yeah. TikTok, all that.
I can't even get people to subscribe to my shit or like my videos or press any buttons around here. Think I'm going to send people to go do anything or whatever? Like, all right.
Well, it's what we just said, because everyone's so negative, and that would be positive. So why would they do that?
Nope. They're all scary of me. Philly Sports Pride. What happened to him? I don't know.
He's still online.
He's out there. Look him up. Google him.
Yeah.
And what else do we have here? I mean, I got a few more things. Fuck it. We'll just might as well. I have it written down. Jimmy slapped Gunther. He's going to take him on Monday night. This is all about, Jay is starting to lose his mojo. He's losing his yeet. Because, he's tripping over himself. He's getting beat up every week by Gunther and other people. So Jimmy's going to stick up for him. You know what's going to happen, Sleaze, right? We've been watching for a while. Jimmy's going to get his ass kicked.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's become way too predictable.
Yeah.
It started off, like you said, David and Goliath underdog type of shit. Bringing Jimmy in has been a little bit better, because you get that, okay, you can do this kind of shit, but it's, I don't know. Hopefully it ramps up a little bit. I don't want to shit on it now, because I want to see the match for that fact. It's just, hopefully something is, again, give us something. You're giving us the same shit every week. The only change to that story was Jimmy. Other than that, it was just, a flip that got fucked up and you slipped. And Gunther comes out every time and chokes him out or beats the piss out of him. And give us more.
Yeah, there's not enough there. There was at the beginning. They were making something out of nothing, but now they really...
Yeah.
It's really starting to be the shits.
It's the shits.
Yeah.
And then what else? Oh, the Io Bianca Rhea stuff. They pie-faced Io like 3 shows in a row.
Yeah. And I don't know where they're going, because I would like to see Io retain, to be honest. And if you looked at this, you would say, okay, so they're making her the ultimate underdog in this, and she's going to win. And that would be the payoff. Again, it's a fucking triple threat. Rhea Ripley shouldn't be there. It started with a stupid concept with that contract. And I don't know why it keeps going. It was fine with just Bianca and Io.
Yep. Well, it was supposed to be a triple threat. And then Adam Pearce came out this week and made a whole fuss. Oh, that's not what
is going to go on. She can't just write her name on there, which makes sense. Remember, we talked last week and we're like, well, so she can just add her name to it. And now it's a triple threat. Like, that's stupid. So that's not what's going to happen. I guess Bianca's going to take on Rhea Monday or at some point, and then whoever wins that is going to take on Io at WrestleMania. But then again, I still feel like it's going to be a triple threat because there's still enough time.
Yes. And that's why I was sticking my guns on that one, because I still feel that they're going to go that way. Something's going to happen in this match where Rhea's going to be a bitch about it, and they're going to cave and say, okay, it's a triple threat. And then I'm just going to punch myself in the face until I fall asleep and try to forget about it.
I know. I don't want that. I mean, no. I do want Bianca versus Rhea. Give me that. We're getting that. So that's good. Io versus whoever. Io, you know, Bianca's got to beat Rhea. And then Bianca can go face Io at WrestleMania, because that was the match of the year for the women.
Right.
So far this year, they had the best match that I've seen by two women on a show in, God, years. So they have to run that back. I think adding Rhea Ripley to that is just going to muck it up.
What I thought they were going to do is have Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she didn't need to be in the title scene. You know, we've seen enough of that. We've seen it's even starting to go online where people, it's not just us. People are starting to say, yeah, I'm getting sick of Rhea.
Mm.
You know, so it's, you know, just push her down a little bit. I would have loved to see a good match with her and Nia Jax at WrestleMania, and then move on, you know, and do whatever with Rhea.
Yeah. Well, I think that's about it for the wrestling notes and stuff. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about here?
That's pretty lackluster week here. Nothing really going on.
This Mania build is the shits. It's just there's not a whole lot to it. There's even for something to goof on, like it's just business as usual.
Yeah, that's what it is. You're waiting, just twiddling your fucking thumbs. That's how I feel.
No, it's Rhea and Io on Monday to see who faces Belair. Yes. See, I corrected you as well.
Yeah.
Sports Pride.
So, there you go. Nah.
I would do the call-in thing, but I don't think anybody's going to call in, so I'm not going to waste my time with that. Everybody look at this, though. I do have a call-in number. I'll have to set it up so I get it actually through the mixer instead of through the phone, like a hack. Like a Pat McAfee. Jesus. So yeah, go to that. That's on Teespring, Dr. Huge store. Go pick yourself up a fanny pack, maybe a cup. Well, and when you're watching the show, you can drink out of your Dr. Huge cup and watch Dr. Huge in the sleaze.
Right.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about doing some later shows on Saturday? Are you busy Saturday nights?
Depends.
Well, we can
I'm usually up with my girls, so
I may try to do some later shows, especially like on a Saturday, because all these people out here, I know they're up to drinking and smoking and sticking and popping and all that stuff.
Crack and meth.
Yeah, they'll be watching, and we got to get the numbers up on YouTube so we can finally monetize, get some super chats in here.
If you guys are going to be drinking, especially on a Saturday night, why not buy one of the mugs?
Yeah.
You're drinking anyway.
Yeah, drink out of the fanny pack.
Show.
Pour it in the fanny pack.
Then you can hump the pillow. You can do all sorts of shit. Walk around the house with just his socks on.
Just the socks and a pillow, holding a pillow that you're humping.
And a pillow. Yes. Mm-hmm. With the cup.
Do the big E on it. How big E used to gyrate. And go pick up Gorilla Parts from my boy Steve Gorilla. He's out there.
Great interview. If you guys haven't checked it out, go on Dr. Huge YouTube. Very entertaining.
Yep. We got Dr. Huge Show TOO, Dr. Huge Show 2 channel as well. So go check that out. That's a whole bunch of clips on there. Man, people said make a new channel. You'll get more subscribers. You'll get the views. It's not happening. We need you to do it.
Right.
Yep. The retweeting, the sharing out there, the likes. man, that all goes a long way, since we're not getting monetized anytime soon. Oh, by the way, the album, Dr. Eugenstein, you can go on Spotify and grab it for free and everything. It's awesome. What else? I got so many channels. How about just subscribe to this channel too? You guys got a lot of work to do out here, all right?
Yeah, that's your homework.
Mm-hmm. And then it will make me make this face if you do that. Every time I see a subscriber come in, I make that face.
Yeah.
Yep.
Enjoy.
I'll never forget it. I seen this picture on Twitter, and this girl wrote, I like this picture actually, because everybody's goofing on it, and she's like, it makes me think that he's crumbing inside me.
Yeah.
Like, wow, crumbing inside you. That's the face he makes when he, apparently, that she thinks that's his sex face.
Right. That makes me fearful for the future of this country.
Can we make it bigger? There we go.
There we go.
Let's get even close. He's getting closer, everybody.
Yeah. About to
dropping loads.
Right. Dropping loads.
And again, don't forget, this is a warning to everybody that's been watching this show. You've been notified. It's a work of comedy, kind of, sometimes. And I think that does it. I think I just plugged everything. I mean, we're on SoundCloud. We're on Apple Podcasts. I'm editing 24 hours a day. I'm trying to make clips to throw up out here. So interact with us, everybody. We're all over the place. And shout out to all the people that came through in the chat. Coach, Philly Sports Pride, Paladin. I see you all out here. Yep. The bot, of course. Hashtag Moxley the 13th, right, bot?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She knows. All right, everybody. That does it for us. Every Saturday. I don't know. I'm starting to think to push this to 3:00 because every Saturday I'm rushing to get here. So who knows? We may start later. We may even do some late night shows. Check us out. We'll talk to everybody later. Have a good rest of your afternoon. Bye.